Alrighty, welcome back to High on the Hog. I'm your host, Sawyer Dillinger, alongside my dad, co-host John Dillinger, and we got another preview for you today.
We got a good show for you today.
It's gonna be a pretty good one. UAB in Arkansas. UAB's coming to Fayetteville Saturday at 3:15 when the kickoff is there, and y'all actually let you know now. Y'all might get to sit and spit at the stadium. We going to this one. Me and Papa Pig going, so we're going to go there and hopefully have a good time.
Hopefully after a big victory where we show both sides of the football, form is back. We're not going to have any letdowns, not going to have any turnovers. Get back to playing hog football, smart football, good coaching decisions, all of those things. And do our sit and spit from the stadium maybe, or I did come up with a new one.
Let's hear it.
So what about if we do a drive and jive?
Drive and jive? I don't know if we can drive while doing a podcast.
It may be illegal.
Yeah, YouTube might not let us do
Cops
that.
may
But
pull us over.
I can't get another ticket too. I'll lose my license.
Get another ticket. What do you mean?
I mean, well, I can't get more points on my license. I'll lose it. So we're not going to do that.
Cancel your insurance.
Yeah. All right, guys. UAB in Arkansas. This game's only ever been played once in 2014, where quarterback Brandon Allen for the Hogs led the Razorbacks
He was
to
a good one.
I liked him pretty well. He led us to a 45-17 victory following a 7-6 season where we beat Texas 31-7 in the Texas Bowl. Just throwing that out there.
It's always important to mention.
Yeah, always a good season. I don't care if we went 2-6 that season or 2 and whatever it would have been. As long as we beat Texas each year, it'll be all right with me. I say that in jest. We're going undefeated. Give us a national championship. UAB's ranked 73rd in total offense. I don't know what you were saying about their offensive yards or something.
So scoring, they're 96. Their offense. So how many points they've scored so far?
Not many.
But total yards, they're 388 yards a game, 73rd.
That's pretty.
There's 130. What is it? 100? Used to be like 126 or somewhere around 130.
135 maybe, I feel like I've seen.
Something like that.
Something.
FBS schools. So they're right in the middle, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, 73rd in total offense. Defense, they're tied for 27th. And you had something for that as well.
You said total defense.
Yep.
They're tied for 26, so I think you said 27th because one of them, there's 27 there holding up spots.
Yeah.
Scoring defense, how many points they've allowed, they're 62nd, so again, about middle of the pack.
Yeah.
To compare that to Arkansas, we're 67th, so they're 5 spots better than us on. But we have played tougher, competition. We've only played, both teams only played 2 games, so.
Still, I didn't know that. That's not a good statistic to be in. But everybody else is playing cupcakes, and we played the 16th ranked team in the nation. So, following a 1-1 or UAB's 1-1 after a loss to the University of Louisiana Monroe, 32-6 that game ended up being, and it's never a good.
You don't want to lose to those guys.
Don't want to lose at all that bad, but to a Sunbelt team, that's pretty hard pill to swallow. I guess we'll just go ahead and get right into this. Statistics for UAB. Quarterback Jacob Zeno, passing wise, he went 22 for 33 on his completions. 167 yards for a 5.2 average. This is the Louisiana Monroe game. And then rushing wise, he went 11 rushes for -3 yards.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's a negative 0.3 yard average on his rushing. So, sounds like he's definitely a pocket passer, I would assume. That's not a great statistic to have. Running back Lee Beebe Jr. had 14 carries, 62 yards. That's about a 4.5 yard average, and a few other running backs or recorded carries. Total rushing wise, they ran 35 times for 92 yards. It's about a 2.6 yard average. Wide receivers Cam Shanks That's not a great last name. That kind of might be a little worrisome. Hopefully,
What'd you
hopefully
say,
just
Stanks?
no Cam Shanks. So
That's better
hopefully,
than Skanks.
yeah, but hopefully he don't get a little too mad. But Cam Shanks and Terrell McDonald lead that group
Shanks is what our kicker's doing to the point actors.
every time.
You know,
Shanks
and
what we're
kicking
doing
field
on
goals.
on punt returns too. Shanking our own punt returners' legs out from under him. But Cam Shanks, Terrell McDonald, they leave that group. Cam had 4 receptions for 43 yards. That's about a 10, 11-yard average. And Terrell caught 3 balls for 37 yards, a 12.3 average. So pretty high averages there. Not many receptions, but still, I mean, when you're double-digit average yards, that's pretty nice to have. Offensively, obviously, no touchdowns were scored for UAB. And they turned the ball over 3 times. Jacob Zeno, the quarterback there, had a pick 6 and a fumble.
This is the ULM game you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
And that was their first game of the season? And then, right? And then last week?
Second. First
Their
game was
first game-
Alcorn State.
Okay, the first game was a cupcake.
So, yeah. And then this last game was the blowout. And then the third one was a fumble from Isaiah Jacobs, their running back there. For me, I'd say their most worrisome problems probably their offensive line. I think our defense really needs to put pressure on the quarterback because they recorded 5 sacks on the quarterback. Louisiana Monroe did, and 9 tackles for a loss. So sounds like their offensive line's having a little bit of trouble there, just looking at that statistic. If I'm UAB, honestly, my game plan for their head coach, do what Oklahoma State did. Mimic exactly their plan. Throw those short passes, just those check downs. Get your slants for 3, 4, 5 yards each time and try to just lull Arkansas secondary down, get them comfortable with just rushing straight to the receiver because they know they're going for these small passes. And when we're not looking, throw one to look like that guy was 250 pounds. Their tight end that caught that trick play pass. So that's what I would do. Just those small check downs, get us used to it, and then just try to heave one over the top of us and hopefully, get a reception there. Defensively, UAB had a few standouts, honestly. Junior safety Sarad Bryant had 13 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Sophomore linebacker Everett Rousseau Jr. had 10 tackles, with 3 of those being solos. And senior linebacker Michael Moore had 8 tackles with 2 solos. And they had quite a few 5 to 6 tackle players, but definitely some standout defensive players there that they're going to be trying to have rushed down the field. So
Did you say that guy's name was Michael Moore?
Michael Moore?
Michael. I knew something sounded fishy when you said that.
That's terrible. Michael Moore. But so defensively, I know it's a 32-6, but if they're middle of the pack, they better defensive than us statistically, but obviously not.
Let's talk
not
about
my
them
opinion.
Hogs.
But yeah, let's move over to the real team here.
So Arkansas, we are top 10 in the country in scoring offense at number 9. We've scored 101 points in 2 games. That's 50.5. We are number 2 in the nation in total offense, total yards per game at 667.5. That's number 2 in the entire country, only behind Ole Miss.
And they ain't played nobody.
That's right. They're averaging over 700 yards a game, but they've not played any competition yet. Passing offense, we're second in the nation as well at 412 yards a game. Taylor Green really doing a good job throwing the ball.
Really liking watching him play.
Rushing, we're top 25 at number 16, 255.5 yards a game. We are number 1 in the nation on third downs.
Really?
At 71.43%. That's a
pretty good
and
percent.
That's going to be key to our season if we can continue to keep somewhere in the third down conversions. If you're over 60%, that's amazing. Don't know that we'll be able to do that in SEC play, but we can hope so.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Defensive side of the ball. Total scoring defense, we're tied for 67th, again 62nd for UAB. They're allowing 17.5. We're allowing 19.5, but we played a little tougher competition.
For sure.
Total yards a game, we're 35th at 257. 89th in passing defense. Number 4 in the nation at rushing defense.
I like that.
UAB is number 98 in rushing defense. Number 3 in passing defense.
Wow.
So you've got kind of a unique juxtaposition there of defenses, but I think we're going to show that we're going to be able to both run the ball down their throat and throw it on them. So
consistently,
I don't foresee any trouble with UAB. I think we're going to rebound nicely. Now, I don't know that we're going to beat them like we did
Pine Bluff.
It's not going to be a 70-0 ball game. We've got a little beat up. Patrick Coota's still out. Be glad when we get him back. Hopefully SEC play. Maybe he'll be able to get back into the line rotation there. 2 of our defensive backs are going to be sitting out this game. Hudson Clark,
oh no,
who had a little back issue at the end of the game against the Cowboys, as well as Jalen Braxton, who
that's not good.
Had some issues. Now we do get who was the defensive back that was out last week with the stinger? He's a starter for us, and his name just slipped my mind, but he'll be coming back. So
okay.
They'll trade off there.
Yeah, but
this will be a good game. They're not known as a spread out attacking offense. Although, do you know who their head coach is?
I heard his name, and I know he plays in the NFL or did. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him before. Trey Biddy asked all our players.
A Super Bowl champion.
A little different than just being in the NFL. 14-year
vet of the NFL. Super Bowl 35 champion with the Baltimore Ravens.
Really?
Beat the Giants, I believe it was, and his name is Trent Dilfer. And was, kind of, he was a starter, but kind of mid, of the pack, guy, and then got with the Ravens. And he had an amazing run that year. They won the Super Bowl. So
yeah,
he is a good offensive mind. I think he's going to do a good job at UAB. So I said that to say it'll be a good competition for our guys to go up against a coach, Super Bowl, champion. It'd be kind of like it's not like playing Colorado in prime time, but I mean that's still a unique thing, and get to see what he can do with his guys. And I think this is his second year, and after this game, I'll be pulling for him.
Yep, and I feel like that's what I like about Arkansas fans is after we beat every team other than Texas and Ole Miss, I feel like we always root for the teams we beat, or at least out of conference.
For yourself.
But Oklahoma State, I hope to God.
Here's what I want. I want Ole Miss to lose every game they play.
Every game. Texas.
I want Auburn to lose every game they play.
I don't have that for Auburn.
I want LSU to lose every game they play.
I don't have that for
I want Tennessee to lose every game they play.
I do hope that they lose.
I want Texas A&M to lose every game they play. I want Texas to...
I want them to get ran through.
Lose in triple digits.
Every time
in every game
they step on the field.
So... I don't know what you're talking about, but
now,
for these lower tier programs,
if they're not in the conference, yeah. I hope Oklahoma State goes and wins the Super Bowl because that'd be great for us. If we're gonna lose, I want to lose to the best. I don't want to lose.
We had some Oklahoma State fans on our, in the comments section, and they were, he disagreed with our take. I don't remember his name. Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to get his name because I was going to mention him as well.
He disagreed with our take on Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
He said he'd take Ollie Gordon over
anybody we got.
Yeah, which I would not.
Yeah.
Based on what I saw in the game,
and that's just respective opinions.
I like the way Jackson runs. Is that his name? Our guy?
Yeah, Jaquindon Jackson.
I call him JJ so much I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I was calling him Junkins a little bit last week too. So
yeah,
hopefully
that's
not on the podcast.
That's Ohio State's.
Yeah, Double J. He's a hard runner. Hopefully he's going to be able to play the whole game. He was having cramping issues.
He said that won't happen again in his interview. He said that ain't going to happen again.
I look to see a mixture of the running backs like we did in the first game. Braylon Russell, hopefully we'll get in there for some more. We've yet to see Rashad DeBinion. Coach Pittman said something about him not, fully practicing, something about the, till he's going through a whole week of practices or whatever. So
is that like,
I don't know.
Is that an injury or just disinterest?
He didn't really say. So I don't know if it's game shape stuff or injury stuff or what, but looking forward to maybe getting to see DeBinion.
I really like him. I hope it's not a situation like, how we're having some issues with players just leaving because they're not getting playing time. So I hope it's got nothing to do with that and that. But also hope he ain't got no injuries. So I hope to see him. I mean, I really liked watching him last year. He just looked like he wanted to run straight through anybody.
Runner, yeah.
So
we got a couple guys. Braylon Russell's another guy like that.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited
Rodney
to watch
Hill,
him.
Who is a real good, shifty, small, speedy scat back, type of guy. And then you got Double J. That's kind of just he's really good at all of it. Making good cuts, got good vision, good hard runner. So.
Yeah. Sets a mean shoulder down too. I mean, he lost the ball when he did it, but I mean, he put that boy sat down right on his butt.
Put him in the dirt.
And I like to see that. I like when Arkansas's got running backs who'll just act like you ain't there. So I'm excited for the game. I'm excited to have a comeback game. I mean, a devastating loss to Oklahoma State. We did it to ourselves. Honestly, as much as I'm hoping that we show a dominant scoreboard, I hope we show zero turnovers. I don't want us to have any turnovers after after how bad we're doing it. Yeah, can't
suplexing people.
Can't
stuff like
take
that.
them to Suplex City. Leave that to Brock Lesnar.
So High on the Hog, we're going to be live from Reynolds Razorback Stadium, watching the game and acting to the game and all that. What's your prediction on the game?
UAB, we beat Pine Bluff 70-0 or 70-0. It's not going to be that, but I mean, if Louisiana Monroe can hold them to 2 field goals, I'm hoping that we hold defensively. I'm hoping we at least only let up a field goal. I'm gonna say 56-3.
That's pretty close. Pretty close. What I was gonna say. I'm gonna say 52-7. I'm gonna say they sneak one in on us late, maybe.
Secondary,
trick play or broken coverage or something. 52-7.
All right, 56-3, 52-7. That's our predictions. And you got anything else for them?
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs, baby. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Really helps us keep going and get into the YouTube algorithm. We're getting some more people who are commenting, so it's good to see that. And UAB fans, if you're watching this,
let
good
us
luck.
know why we're wrong.
Yeah, and
let us know why we're right.
I mean, UAB is not going to just fall over
between us.
I mean that's just that's obvious. But yeah, let's create some discussions in the comments. I appreciate y'all guys for watching, and God bless Go Hogs and
Jesus sakes.
horns down.